بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
This surah gives you the whole story of the situation of mankind, individually and collectively. It's one of the most intense, immense, incredibly rich surahs. The more you read it, the more you discover it. Translate.
By the time, most certainly man is in a state of loss, except those who trust and do right actions and enjoin each other to the truth and enjoin each other to patience.
See, it moves from the individual to the collective. You can't live by yourself. You have to have some reflection. Even though to others it may appear to be not such a desirable companion. Like this poor fellow in Morocco, the British embraced Islam. It's easier for them in Morocco. And this man had the most obnoxious wife. She always curses these visitors. So this fellow, after many years coming and going, he thought he wanted to empathize with this sheikh. So as he was leaving, he said, I pray, oh my dearest sheikh, that Allah will save you from this dreadful, always shouting, screaming wife. But suddenly this old man became so strong and powerful. He said, don't do that. I owe everything to her. Her character, her nastiness had given me no chance to rely on anything except Allah. So she is the cause of my being with Allah. Don't do that to me. Another story, which is not quite the same, this fellow was, as you know, they try to mimic the sheikh. That's why I say the old traditions of tariqas don't work anymore. You have to be yourself, and you discover yourself doesn't exist. So don't try to mimic somebody else. But it's good to see the harmony of conduct, of presence. That's fine. So this fellow was married to the worst woman in the town. It was in India somewhere. So he said then, I am in the footstep of my sheikh. So his sheikh told him to go to Andhra Pradesh, wherever, in that town, and there start teaching and being my agent. So he said, well, I like to be like my sheikh. So he asked in town, who is the worst woman in town? So they found her. And when he found her, and so she said, actually, she's not as bad as the other one, but she's the worst in this town. So he marries her. And of course, after 2 weeks, there was murder. And he escapes at night. The police there are easy sometimes. So he goes back to his sheikh, falls at his feet. He said, Baba, I tried to be like you. You sent me there. I found the second worst woman in the whole world. It was the woman but I am a murderer now. He said, you idiot, you're not me. I am not you. You have to be honest to your ability, to your strength, to your station. Don't mimic. That's why you find all the old thing. The sheikh puts on a fez, everybody puts on a fez. He puts a different, everybody puts on it. He starts drinking it 5 times, everybody drinks 5 times. What are you doing, Baba? The sentiment is nice, but the action is stupid. The world is connected so intimately now. You need to get back to the Qur'an, get back to the origin. Sit as though Muhammad ﷺ is with you. Look at his face. Is there a gentle smile and acceptance, or does he want to run away? At all times, human beings are at a loss. No matter who. Every prophet, in that sense, as an insan, as a human being, because there must be insaniya, otherwise they will leave this body, is at a loss. Look at Nabi Allah Musa, look at Nabi Allah Ibrahim. Outer tyranny and rejection continues. This is the nature of the beast. And on top of it, he is not a beast. A beast is more content. He eats, devours, and goes to... The sun comes out and snores and sleeps, and the next day is another. But no, you are a divine agent. and you have fallen into being a bovine stupidity. That's the difference. Why? Because you're postponing. You think you have more life to live. If everybody is given one day to live, I assure you, you will not behave the way as you are doing now. But you say, no, the average age is this and then I could. How do you know? How do you know how long you live? Have you sorted it all out? Sometimes people, when they come with their enthusiasm, they discover something, or a new sheikh, or something, or a new religion. They start, I want to clear my karmas. They go around saying, I want to clear my, I don't know what karma. It's good, it's not a bad thing. But you try to apologize to those who you have done in. You know, every Imam Ghazali said, every transaction is out of balance because you think it's good for you. You think you're cleverer. This is the animal in you. Stop it. Be open. So, look, if it was up to me, I would have taken it all. But it's not up to me. Now I'm giving it to you. That's the way to be. Really. So, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. At all times, the human side in us will finish, will end, and will lose. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. That means now you have entered the house, the mansion of Iman. Trust. Allah has created me. Allah will guide me. Allah knows my state. I have to refer to Allah. That's Iman. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا آمِنُوا. Those of you who have trust now that there is one entity, one reality, one cosmic truth, now live it. You profess Iman, now be transformed by it. الَّذِي خَلَقَنِي فَهُوَ يُهْدِينِ. You will be guided. Say, I don't know what to do. The greatest of the greatest teachers say, out of 20 questions, 19 of them I didn't know the answer. Don't know. Wonderful. But since you have put in this turban or this jalaba or this thing, you have become a Muslim, no, you are supposed to know. So, no, you can't. Be honest. You don't, what's wrong with not knowing? There are zillions of things that connect in this world you don't know. Don't. Be content in your present moment, which is infinite. That's it. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Without action, you don't exist. This is your zone of opportunity to act. Act what? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, I have never acted unless when I was given a choice, I did the one which went against my ego, against my lower self, against my human self. You don't like to visit. He's a nasty, stupid fellow. But visit for your own sake. You'll be amazed. Give to whom you don't like. But at first you give to those who are closer to you. The well first gives water to what is next to it, close to it, then goes further. Recognize where you are. Don't mimic. It is most people you find, they living their deen as a mockery. It's mockery. That's why young people say, no, I don't want like you to be like you. I don't want to. I defy you. Ask most teenagers, do you like to be like your parents? Most of them have discovered the lies, the hypocrisy. They say no. Because they are not a real example. Teachers, of course, they're only there for the salary. What? So where would they look fine? Where? So, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Do better, 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 better. Until you do without being the doer. Go through the checklist. Am I doing it to have my reputation enhanced? Am I doing it for me to have more, bigger profile? Am I doing it because I want to be more globally acknowledged? Am I doing it to leave a legacy behind? Dangerous, 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 dangerous. Do it in resonance with that which is the source of doership. That's Allah. And then you'll be saved from a lot of things that you thought you needed to do. You don't need to do it. Be correct, be courteous, have a pleasant face. Don't have to run from A, B to C to Z to please all of them. You're not here appointed to please others. You're not here as a cheerleader. Oh, you are doing very well. The fellow is sinking in his muck, and he goes, no, you are doing well. What is that? What rubbish? You are appealing to the nafs. You are appealing to the donkey and the monkey. Shame upon you. Not your business. Allah has put the fellow in a situation to be in misery. And you come and say, no, I'll give you a party. Come, I'll give you. Stop it, ignorant person. You're coming with your measurement and your judgment as your own donkey. Don't interfere. Allah causes difficulty for people to reach a point. I don't know where to turn. I tried it every way. My in-laws didn't help me. My lawyer didn't help me. Everybody, that's good. Reach a point that you don't know where to turn. Don't turn. Allah has put you on the spot. That's your opportunity to worship. Worship is what? To adore. Adore is what? To love. Love is what? To have that as your qibla. To have no other concern except that. Are you doing that? No one is spared the grace of being put on the spot. Every now and then. The more you are on the spot, there is only the spot. That's it. Congratulations. Well, you don't bother others with advice. Please come and advise me. All what you want is to find how best to manipulate others. I really needed your help. You know, you seem to be reasonably qualified. You've managed your husband very well. He is like a ring on your finger, with a rotten ring, never mind. But I want to do the same thing with my mother, or with my father, or with my teacher. What are you doing? Your nafs is only there because of your ruh. And it will drop away at a time where you are supposed to have discovered who the real you is. Not insan. It is Rahman. It is Rawhaniyya. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الرَّحْمَنَ لَفِي غِنَى. You're always winning. So be with the Rahman. Be with the Rahim. Be with the Azim. Be with the Jameel. Be with Haqq. Be with that. Be all with the names. Nobody can do it to you except you. By mercy of the one and only who created you and him and her and his. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. That's the only opportunity we have now. When you die, you have no possibility to mend anything, change anything, awaken to anything. You will die according to the extent of your being in your sleep. And nasu niyam, Muhammad said, people are asleep. All of you are sleepwalkers to a different extent. So don't brag. Like 5 kilometers of water, everybody is trying to come to the surface. But you're underwater, maybe 10 meters. The other one is 50 meters. Don't brag, you're underwater. As a human being, every one of us as a human is underwater. In the illusion that your life will finish when you die. Not true. Not true. Your real life begins, unless it began now, by you able to transcend your biography, your senses, your identity. Stop all of that, and you're constantly touching upon the zone of infinitude which is in you. If you are not doing that, you are not being honest. You're not acknowledging your reality, your origin. After doing your utmost in your action, then remember haqq. Tawasaw, then it comes the plural. You have to be with people who have a notion of haqq, who have an understanding there is the cosmic truth, cosmic reality, the divine reality. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. The ultimate is, what's a few thousand years between friends? Never mind. So I've told you, I've shared with you, I know The infinite is already there. You don't know it now, it doesn't matter. I'll have patience. Patience meaning timelessness. Patience means stop the clock. If you can't stop the clock, then you are not worthy of knowing what time it is.